Hi, everyone. I'm Larry Quartana, and I teach a course called Arts of Communication. Arts of Communication is a public speaking course designed to help you speak confidently and with conviction in public, either online or in person. I think you'll find that being able to speak publicly in an effective way will be a critical skill for you going forward in your career. Let's take a moment and get a different perspective on public speaking from Jerry Seinfeld, see what he has to say.
I saw a study that said speaking in front of a crowd is considered the #1 fear of the average person. I found that amazing. Number 2 was death. Death is number 2? This means to the average person, if you have to be at a funeral, you would rather be in the casket than doing the eulogy.
Well, if we listen to Jerry Seinfeld, you might conclude that this course is the worst possible thing that could happen to you. If you find yourself among those who get anxious before they speak, rest assured that's quite normal, quite common, and something that is true of almost everyone. It's the world's largest club. Being anxious before you speak is not a fault to be corrected, nor is it a personal failure. It is simply something to be managed, and will take a fair amount of time taking a look at how to manage that once you're in the course. Let's get a larger sense of what's involved in Arts of Communication. Here's the main goal of this course. Very simply, speak so that what you say will be heard, understood, and acted upon. When you're speaking to an audience, either live or online, generally you need something from that audience. That's why you're speaking to them. You may need something tangible, like funding or resources, or you may need something intangible, something like a different attitude or an approach, or you may need people to speak about something in a certain way once they're no longer in your audience. This is the goal of the course, that this is the result of when you speak. We will look at persuasion as a fundamental underlying concept of all of your speeches. You can persuade based on facts, your personal credibility, or on the emotional content of the moment. This is classic rhetoric, and it is something that's been around for about 2,000 years, as you'll see in your reading. So there's lots that's known about this, and lots that can inform how we can improve our speaking today. So the course will consist of synchronous sessions with short interactive lectures. They will also be available on an asynchronous basis for those of you in distant time zones. There are readings, we'll see videos of good speakers, and there'll be some reflective writing as well as some discussions, which I think will help you articulate better for yourself what it is you're trying to accomplish in the course. Primarily, the major learning from the course comes from speaking yourself. So there are 3 speeches involved: a persuasive speech, a problem solution speech, and a values speech. Each of these are about 4 minutes long, and they'll be delivered in small groups. You will get feedback from your classmates immediately, both verbal and then written, as well as from me. I will write to each of you after each of your speeches with extensive written feedback. The value of feedback is that you understand how you impact an audience when you speak to them. What are you doing that's working well? What should you do more of or do less of? And if you happen to have some distracting gestures, which you're not aware of, well, you'll find out about it. The good thing is that if you're doing distracting gestures, you can stop. Learning in this course is very personal. There is not an agenda for you to emulate a particular type of speaker or to be like someone else. It is rather to be your best self, your best speaker. All of us will look at the same principles and skills and techniques, but in the end, we all look different. We all bring our own special contribution to our speaking. So a goal of this course is that you discover that, understand that, know it better, and are able to exploit it. So that's the course. Hope to see you in the fall, and good luck this term.